if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, come on, bring it in. Mwah. Thanks. So if you are new, please make sure to subscribe and like, and you can also as well turn on the post notifications. I'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, let's go ahead and start this video. What you'll need for this hairstyle is going to be just a brush. This is the name of it. And then just spray bottle of water. And then the leave-in conditioner that I'm using right now is the Not Your Mother's Way to Grow leave-in conditioner. I just use clips, and also I use the Eco Styler gel. And then I've started using these hair ties. Disregard the hair. This is going on like third day hair. It's best to do this hairstyle on at least third or fourth day hair, when your hair is at its thickest and when your curls are more stretched out. I'm only going to be using water on the top part of my hair, just this part here. I'm not going to use it on any of these, and then the leave-in conditioner I'm only going to use on this part as well. I'm only doing that because I want the top knot to be really thick. I'm big on having really, if I'm going to do a bun, it's going to be a messy but yet slick back bun. So you just do it on the front of your hair and the back. You definitely want to make sure to get the back really good, because as you're walking away, everybody's gonna see that. I basically just get the front part of my hair damp. For me, it takes me about 3 or 4 times to go over my hair. Unless I'm rushing, then I just keep spraying in certain spots on my hair just really quick, a bunch of times. And then you just make sure to rub it all in. So I've done this about 3 times around, and as you can see the nice little waves coming through. And then I spray my leave-in conditioner. Basically I do the same thing, but for the leave-in conditioner I only go around once with it. Spray around the whole front and the back. You want to have conditioner, but the thing is you don't want to overdo conditioner. I don't know about for anybody else, but for me, when I use too much conditioner, it has where it makes my hair stiff. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's just the conditioners that I happen to use that work for my hair. So you're just going to brush the back. And when you're brushing it, you just want to take your hand after you're brushing it and go over it, just so you can make sure that your hair is slicked down. I know this is in a sense brushing out your curls, but it's okay. That's what we're going to want for this hairstyle. So I'm just going to do the same with the front. Once you do that, then you are going to want to take your gel. Now, how much gel you want to use depends on you. For me, this particular gel here, it leaves residue. I dislike so much the residue. So what I do is I just kind of take about this much on my middle finger, and I put it along both sides of my hair in the front. Then I just push it back with my hands, and then you want to take the same amount and put it on the back. For me, I have to use more on the back than the front because it's more curly in the back. So I just have to, if I want to have my hair really laid down, I put more in the back. So I basically put just 2 lines in the back. Now because we are going to be doing some edges, I'm going to lay down the top part how I like my edges, just me. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I have a mirror up in front of me as well. So we're just going to do, you want to try to make your edges, how much you're taking out, as even as you possibly can. Now most of the time, most people have more hair on one side of their head, so you may have more baby hairs on one side, then you do the other, and that's perfectly fine. What we're doing when we do the edges, because I love to do that, it's basically just artwork. So you're gonna have to play with it and work with what you got, because what you got is great. Okay, so me, because I like it super slick, I'm going to go over my hair again with the brush, making sure any type of little curls that I have in the front of my hair, those are getting pushed back, because we don't need it. Then the back, I don't really go over the back anymore until I grab all my hair in my hands, and my arm is getting tired already. I can just imagine when my hair gets as long as I want it to. It's gonna be a workout just doing my hair. Okay. So once you feel like you have it to where you want it, it's slicked down as much as you want it. I like high buns. So I did all-star cheerleading when I was younger, so I'm used to having it where it's lined up with the tip of my ears, and then it leads up to the ponytail or the bun. So I'm just used to doing it. But yours doesn't have to be this high if you don't want it. But mine is gonna be super high. Okay. So, okay. Getting tired from this. Okay. So I've got it where I want. I'm just gonna take my hair tie, and I don't like to do my ponytails too tight because it does pull my hair a lot in the front, and I am trying to grow out my edges. So I just take it around about 4 times, nothing more, nothing less, and then I just take it, space it out like that. This actually looks cute here, but we're not doing that today. Now, you just want to go along the back of your hair and just make sure that the back is slicked. If it's not, you may do as you please and brush more, or you can put more gel. Now from here, I'm just going to take my hair, I take this part here, put it like this, and then I go around the back and loop it to the front. Then I take the clip. That's the only way I can open my clips for some reason. And then I clip it to the part of my hair, just the little piece that's gonna be in the front. And then the back part of it should be fine. Usually mine is. Most of my hair is pretty even now, so. And then you just want to take the part that's on the side and place the clip there. Really, the clip is just kind of like a decoration, because this one clip does the trick, honestly. You really don't need any of the other ones, but I just like having a bunch of clips just because it looks pretty in my hair. Actually, just gonna put another clip here on this side, so basically you only have 3 clips in your hair. Now what you can do is I kind of pat this down a little bit. Now I am going to end up using some pins. Pins are my favorite thing to use. I forgot to mention that. So I actually have 2 different color pins. I have the black one and I have gold ones. Because I'm extra, I'm gonna use gold. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take the parts where you see your hair is, as you can see parts of my hair is sticking up. So just where parts of your hair is sticking out, because I don't like it to be too messy, you're just gonna put the pin in there, and it should just fit all the way through. If you just push it back, or you can push it towards the side, it'll fit there. And as you can see, it already looks more together. And then we're just gonna take this top half. You just want to place the pin you want to take it going down because you want it to look like an actual bun. And then we still have these little ones on the side. They don't know what they're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it to the back and put that in going down as well. So it still keeps its shape. So because there's an extra bit of hair right here, I am going to pin that down with my clip as well. Okay. So it actually ended up where I used 4, so you have 2 right here and 2 right there. How it ended up being even, the miracles of hair. Because I have little curls in the back, which they are popping, yes. I'm just gonna pin those up because I don't like to have the little, if I have the rest of my hair slicked down, I don't like to have the little curls in the back just hanging out saying hey. Okay, so just take however many pins you need and just pin it up. I always save my baby hairs or edges, whichever one you want to call them. I always save that for last, just because they take the most work to do. I know a lot of people don't like to use a bigger brush for this, but I do. It works way more better for me than... I tried to use a small toothbrush or just a small brush, and it wasn't giving me the same effect as the bigger brush does, which is weird. So I already put some gel in the front, and as you can see, this one's laid down, and this side is just, I don't know what it's doing. So I'm going to spray a little water because this gel really dries really quick. So this side of my hair was already sticking, like staying in place. It was not wanting to move. So I'm going to just put water over it. Then we're going to brush it out. And then I am going to go back over it, but I'm just going to take a little bit this time and put a little bit more gel on it. I like to have my hair laid down. It's kind of like sideburns, I guess you could say, but my hair is really long here, so if I'm going to do my baby hairs, I got to get all of it. So we're just really doing a sweeping or swooping motion. Really, this is all I'm doing the whole time. I usually only do about 2, and then I have the side hairs. So I'll show you on this side. One side always looks better than the other because I don't know. But for me, I can always do one side better than the other. So I brush the top part down a little bit, and I take it, and then I start the swooping motion. Now, a lot of times, when you first do it, it doesn't turn out how you want. And if that happens, just take a little bit of water, because that means you have too much gel. If it's not giving you too much room to move, and just put water over it, you brush it downward first, and then you swoop it. Okay, so we've got this going right here. So that turned into being a really big one. So we'll make it into a smaller one. Okay. Now I'm gonna separate it. I have to separate mine because my hair is like super long in the front. So I'm gonna brush down the second part, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Swoop it. Swoop. Okay. So for me, that's pretty good. And I'm just going to lay this part down here. Now, if you feel like you have bits of your hair that's like not laid down enough, you can definitely go back over it with gel, for sure. So, you definitely want it to be laid down. I usually end up going over the second part a couple of times until I get it where I want it. So, and honestly, when you lay down with the gel if there's little spaces in between your edges, because I know that happens to a lot, where there's more, especially since we pulled it back, there's some spaces in between where it's gel down and where it's like all frizzed out. That's okay. You just take the gel and you can use your fingers to go over it and kind of lay down a little bit. But just do this down here. Now, because I do one side at a time, so when I see that I'm finished with this one, I'm actually gonna need some more gel right here because it's sticking up. So I take it and I put, I'm actually, no, the gold one's cool, will be different. Okay, so I just pin it up here. And then if this side down here is the same as well, you can just do the same thing. I would suggest you trying to push your hair up as far as it'll let you go so that it's closer to the bun. Okay, so we've got that side. Now I'm gonna end up going over this with water because it's gonna be really, really dry. Okay, so, which I'm doing on this side, I have to go over it with water. Okay. And then we're just gonna do the same thing with the side. Now this is the side that I have the most trouble with. I guess because I'm right-handed, I'm not sure. I think it's like just the angle, because I'm right-handed, that I have to do it this way. So we're just gonna do the same thing. Well, we're gonna need more water with this one because this one's too laid down. It would probably be better if I could use my left and my right hand about the same amount, but I can't. That's cool. So we're just gonna do the swooping down motion. Swoop. Now, not all the time your swoops are gonna line up in the center where this one's swooped and then this one swooped the same amount, especially if you have one side of your hair that's longer than the other. For me, this is the best that I usually get it, where it's close, because as you can see, it's pretty close. It's a little off, but that's okay. Because your swoops are going to be so awesome, they're going to be distracted by how awesome they are rather than how spaced out they are. That's good. Okay, so, and then this one, you're just gonna do the same. Now I got a little more hair down here for some reason than I do up higher up, so it looks like a much bigger swoop. So, but I only like to do the two, so. I don't know if y'all can hear that noise, but that's my Google HomePod. It has set an alarm, and it's definitely letting me know. Okay, Google, stop. For some reason, she only listens if I yell. When I set her up, I was not raising my voice. Don't remember doing it. When I talk quietly and nicely, she just doesn't listen. But I have to yell like that, so. If your swoop isn't how you want it, again, you can use the gel to lay it down. That's more than fine. Because I'm going to need it up here. So I use a lot of pins. A whole lot of pins. That's why I always buy the 45 pack. And because a lot of times I go places where I do a hairstyle where I use pins, and I'm out for a while, so my hair starts to hurt from me having the pins in my hair, so I end up leaving my pins everywhere. I find it in my pockets, in my purse. And then sometimes I don't even find it. Sometimes it's like I just toss them out. Like I'm walking in a store and I just toss it in the trash. I don't know. Okay, so for me, I'm pretty good with this, other than me just going around and putting some gel where I see it might be needed. Again, this gel is really good. Everybody's preferences in gels are going to be extremely different, and that's perfectly fine, just due to the fact that everybody's hair is different. But for me, because my hair is wild and thick and it does what it wants to do, I have to get a gel that's going to be able to handle that and slick it down. And this one here has been the best so far. So for me, I'm good. I'm just gonna go over, oh, this needs a little more gel. So this side that we did earlier, I just like to take some water and spray it. Actually, I'm gonna use some water from the faucet. I just go over my hair that way because I don't like the residue part. It leaves white residue on my hair, and I don't like that. So for me, my hair is great. I love this. This is one of my favorite hairstyles. I love doing this. My hair has grown a lot, so that's good. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Bye.